folks, we'll start off in the chapel here at Tango Towers with the organ in front of us. We're using this table for South Coast Even Amateur Radio Society club meeting which they had here, saving a bit of cost at the moment by having it here instead of hiring the Scout Hall when we've not got that many people coming. So, magmount. This is the last of our Red Thunders, and a customer has asked if we will sell it to them. These are the type that we have on the test car. So this is the last one, and you can see MARDTH for Red Thunder. Now Sharman's changed ownership as the original owners retired, so that could be what's happened. And he wants a mag mount. Now I'm not a believer in mag mount. I like drilling holes in cars, it works better. And we only bother doing the big mag mount, which is that one. If that's in picture, it is. $180mm and 4 meters of cable. Of course, it won't go back in the packet properly, will it? Because there you go, that's how it is. One of the snags, apart from it's only getting to by a co-inductive, did I say that right? By a co-inductive method. One of the snags is they usually give you too much cable, and unless you can solder plugs on, it's going to stay too long, and you've got that loss, haven't you? And the other thing is we use industrial cable when we do our ones. We either get it from Farnell or RS Components, not from amateur radio shops or CB shops or wholesalers like that, only from RS or Farnell. So our thin cable, it's the same kind of loss as the thick cable that you'd find in a normal shop. At least it's soldered on moulded plug. So, a mag mount. Now comes the clever bit, and that's getting it out of the packet. I'm going to pause the video because I'm going to have to find a knife. So a lot of aerials which purport to be pre-SWR'd are pre-SWR'd, yeah, but for the American market or for the European set of 40 channels, not for the UK set of channels. So we're going to set this up. Well, I've got a car we're not using, which is going to end up no doubt at the scrapyard, but we're using it as a shed at the moment. And cut this out. But it is a useful thing to have, because it means we can do these kind of demonstrations and set aerials up. Well, I nearly got that out of the packet. That was pretty good going. So as the whip comes, I mustn't forget the Allen key. So we're going to put this in as the whip comes and put it till the full length. As in all the way to the bottom. I've got a bit of adjustment in there. I'll just show you. If you look, that's at the bottom. So we've got about that much adjustment, just over ½ inch. So if you do overshoot it in cutting, at least you've got a bit of leeway to get it back. So it's best to cut in small stages when you have to cut. So we're not going to use an SWR meter because we have an analyzer. I've shown you all this before. I tell you what, seeing as we can do this in here, well, SWR is on free space, so it's only ground plane is the antenna magnetic base. So we'll set this up for 27 megs. At the moment we've been on 70 megs, haven't we? So in free space like this, it's just silly SWR. Right, we'll go out to the scrap car outside. So I've plonked that on the roof of the car exactly as it's come out of the packet, and let's see what we get on the analyzer. So we're at 27.8. It starts going up at 28.2. So I'm going to have to go on a lower range to see what we do. Is that the one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's that one. 27. Wind it up. So 27.7, 26.5. So if he's going to use this on CEPT, we actually need to put a bit of lengthening on that. So I'll just go and get that Allen key back. So with the adjustment at the top, he's looking at the absolute bottom end of CEPT, he's looking at 1.7. By the time we get to 27.3, we're just about at channel 20 something, aren't we? It's 1.5. And then as we go into the UK band, it becomes, its best is 1.3. We'll just go on to the next band where we started. So 27.6, 27.5, 27.6. Back onto UK channel 1, we're looking at 1.3 and a bit. Where does it start to rise? 28.4. So you can see it's intended for the main, for the UK band. It's a UK, I think it's a UK copy of the modulator, and its worst SWR is 1.7 on CEPT channel 1, and then it rises to kind of normality by the time you get to channel 20. So there we are, that's SWR. And so my advice there is, if you're going to use all 80 channels, you're going to want the whipper supplied at the top of its adjustment point, and if you're going to be using the UK band only, you're going to get better performance very, very slightly, and it is marginal, you know, like 1% or something, by dropping the whip right to the bottom of its adjustment range, but it doesn't need cutting. So there we go. So that's tested the Red Thunder. So I'll get that packaged up and it can go off to the customer. So it's just the same using SWR meter, but by using the analyzer, I'm able to see where its SWR is wanting to be. fact, we've got a modulator here. But I wonder if this is a duff one. I'll tell you what, while we're messing about, there's a genuine modulator kicking around on this outside bench. So that's spot on for that band. So let's go to the other end. It's exactly the same. It's 27.6. Actually, it's slightly better. It's 1.5 and a bit on channel 1 CPT. There you go. I wonder why that was kicking around, because you'd expect it to be kicking around because it didn't work. Right, we'll get that sent off to the customer, and he can be rest assured, because I don't think he has an SWR meter, that it's going to work on the 80 channels at the top of the adjustment and be better on the 40 channels at the bottom of the adjustment. Thanks for watching. A quick little look at the Red Thunder aerial as used on our test car.